Hello and welcome to my second collective worship video. Some news for you. We have just found out that I'm expecting a baby girl. So really happy, and I'm delighted to share that news with you all. So for collective worship today, we're going to be thinking about a question that someone once asked Jesus, and a question that I'm going to ask you. And the question is, who is my neighbour? So who do we think our neighbours are? Our neighbours could be the people next to us at the moment, other people in our school community, or people who live near us, or maybe someone in our local community. So let's hear what Jesus gave as an answer to the same question, who is my neighbour? And as he often did when someone asked him a question, he didn't exactly give them an answer, but instead he told them a story. A man was travelling on the road from Jerusalem to Jericho for a rocky mountain pass. This road was a dangerous road, as there were many places where bandits could hide, ready to jump on passing travellers, beat them up and rob them. And so, as he turned the corner of the Rocky Mountain Pass, the bandits spotted the traveller. They beat him up, robbed him, and ran away with their swag bags, leaving him wounded on the road. A Jewish rabbi was passing that same road. He saw the injured man. But instead of helping, he crossed over to the other side of the road and carried on his journey. Another Jewish man who worked in the temple also passed along the same road. He too saw the injured man, but again he crossed over to the other side and carried on his way. And then a Samaritan traveller came along that same road with his donkey. He too saw the injured man, but he felt sorry for him. So instead of passing by, he went to the wounded traveller, bathed him, bandaged his wounds, and then helped him onto his donkey. Then he took him to an inn in the next town and made sure that he was given the best room to rest in and recover. He paid the innkeeper with his own money and told him, "Take good care of this man. Whatever money you need to spend on him to make him better, I will repay you when I come back this way in a few days." Then Jesus turned to the man who had asked him the question. And so he said, "Which of these three men was a neighbour to the injured traveller?" "The one who helped him," he replied. "Then go and do the same," Jesus told him. So let's ask a slightly different question than the one we started with. How can we be good neighbours? We've been hearing a lot recently about how we can be good neighbours to each other by washing our hands, to keep ourselves, our friends, our families healthy. So we can all do that and sing happy birthday twice to each other as we do. But when we take good care with our hand washing, we are also actually being good friends to other people we might meet as well, because it means we're not passing on our germs to others. Now, you might have seen there are new ways to greet each other. Some people are using their feet touching, some people are using their elbows instead of shaking hands. You never know, that might become the new normal. And there are other things that we can do to help each other too. There's simple words that were written by Paul to one of the very first churches, reminding them of how important it is to look out for each other and be good neighbours and help each other as Jesus showed in his story. And what Paul said was just help each other. We all have people at home who we can help, maybe with homework like my maths, or playing with little brothers or sisters, or doing household chores, yes, even the ones we don't like. In our neighbourhoods, we might have older people living on our roads at this time who might be feeling alone. We might not be able to visit them, but as a family, you might be able to help by getting them some shopping because they're not able to get it themselves. Or if you can't do that, maybe you could write them a letter or draw them a picture to let them know that you're thinking of them and cheer them up. So let's take a few moments to be still and quiet and think about our own responses to what we've heard today. We've been thinking today about being good neighbours. We heard Jesus' story about the traveller who showed he was a good neighbour. We thought about the challenges that lie ahead of us and about the things we can do, especially how we can show that we are good neighbours to the people around us, our friends, our families, our communities. In the stillness now, think what this might mean for you. I'm going to turn my thoughts into a prayer now as I ask God to help us. There's a part you can join in if you'd like to make the prayer your own. And that part will be, help us to be good neighbours. But if you'd prefer not to pray, then just sit quietly with your own thoughts. So, dear God, in our homes and with our families, help us to be good neighbours. In our roads and in our communities, help us to be good neighbours. To people who need our help, help us to be good neighbours. Amen. So all around the world in recent weeks, you may have seen stories on the news about how neighbours have looked out for each other. One thing that I saw recently on the news was how people in Italy have been hanging out of their windows, standing on their balconies and singing to each other and clapping, and that's just fantastic. And I know every Thursday at 8 o'clock, what myself and my husband do is we go out to our balcony, we're really lucky, and we bang saucepans, we make lots and lots of noise and we clap, and that's for our key workers. So it's something you can do too, to make other people know that you're thinking about them, especially our key workers who are working really, really hard at this quite difficult time. So let's remember that even in the middle of these difficult times, we can still show care for those around us. Let's all be good neighbours. Okay. I hope you've all enjoyed my collective worship video today. And it's gone some way to helping you put a smile on your face maybe. As we always do at the end of assembly, if you would like to sing any of your own favourite hymns, you're more than welcome to do so. Thank you very much. Bye bye.